muy especial que ha dado de qué hablar en el día de hoy. Míralo ahí. Mr. Moncho.
What's good, bro?
What's up, Captain here, Moncho?
I'm chilling, man. How's everything with you?
I'm doing good right here. Being hydrated?
Huh?
You being hydrated? I gotta send you one of these, man.
Yeah, I need one of those, man.
I gotta send you one of these. Oye, quiero dejar claro, I'm gonna do the interview in English, but I'll translate and then we'll have something on YouTube then with all the subtitles and everything so everybody can understand. Vamos a hacer la entrevista en inglés, pero luego voy a estar subiendo a través de YouTube lo que viene siendo todo con los subtítulos. Moncho, you do understand Spanish, right?
I'm trying, man. It's not easy.
Well, you better.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, I see somebody over there that I think is going to be following your steps, not on the retirement, but stepping up like you did at your time, and that's Devin Collier, who's just recently joined us on this live. Moncho, talk to me. What happened? I mean, you're still young. You still have a career. Why did you make this decision of retiring? But not only you're retiring from our passion. That's what we love, the national team. We might love. I apologize. I got my little doggy here who thinks he's a bulldog.
You good? My dog will bark in a minute.
But we do love our baseball team, but we love with passion our basketball team. Yeah. What happened? Why did you decide to retire?
It took a lot of. First of all, it took I really thought about this, and it's just a lot, especially over the pandemic. You have time to really think, and within a year and a half, I lost my dad, I lost my grandpa, and I lost my grandmother within a year and a half.
Yeah,
and I know with me, it'll go from whether I'm in Europe or I'm in Latin America. It goes from Latin America to the BSN international team. So I was literally getting maybe a month's rest, if that,
yeah,
home. And I feel like just over the time of just not having time to see those people, I kind of decided to put family a little ahead because, you just never know, know, so the little time I get now, and I want to make sure I can do that with family. Also, I want to spend more time in the community as well. I want to give back as much as well too. So I just plan on even though I retired from the national team, I plan on to be more involved in communities, especially in Puerto Rico as well. So yeah, I won't be on the national team anymore, but I'll probably be more involved with
But
Puerto Rico.
Is this from today on, or is it after the next tournament? Is it final?
No, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done, bro. But I'm not done.
I had the expectations you were at least gonna have.
What's
this
crazy?
Final tournament.
My plan was to do this final tournament because if there's one tournament I've never played in was the Olympics.
Yeah.
But I decided now is the time. You got to know when, And
but you're still young. You still have. You still have hoop.
Yeah, no, I'm still playing ball. I'm still playing at least 3 more years. So,
okay.
But as far as the national team, on top of that, I feel like the national team gave me my opportunity, to change my life. And I said that in my note that I wrote. I feel like it gave me my opportunity to change my life. Maybe I'm in a spot where another guy can get that spot and change his life. You never know. Because even when I came to the national team, there was coaches before Paco Olmos that I got invited to the practices, but I was never able to come to the practice. I don't know why. But when Paco Olmos came as the coach, he said, Ramón Clemente. I don't think anyone expected me to be on the team, but none of us considered I was on the team. Maybe there's another young guy that can do that. For me, I've made my money, I've had my experiences. I have my medals. I have my experience.
Yeah.
Why not pass that over to the next person? Regardless, hopefully things work and the team makes it to the Olympics. I'm very confident in the team. But let's say worst case scenario, someone gets that experience. I've been to Serbia twice, and this is not a thing to say I've done it all because I haven't done it all. I would love to go out there and go to war with my guys. But another thing at the same time is a lot of my comrades too. They're gone. My Alex Franklins, my David Huertas, a lot of my guys are gone as well. AD Versalles, like these are my peers, you know, and nothing against the new guys because it's still dope
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to war with these guys at the same time. But you know, for me, it's like, yo, give these guys a chance. You know, I don't want to be the guy in the way.
But even though you're saying give these guys a chance, how about giving them the chance with you by their side? I'm not trying to convince you. Okay,
Yeah.
don't take me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you know, like a mentor figure. Because I remember Larry Ayuso. He used to be a mentor for David Huertas. AD Vasallo, in some sort of way, was a mentor for a lot of other people. Also Ayuso. So
Larry was
Carlos
a huge
Arroyo.
mentor for me. Larry changed my career. I had a situation one time with a contract, and I asked him, it was for some good money, and I said, Larry, I have a chance to make a lot of money with this contract, but I don't know how much I'm gonna play. And he told me the money will always be there, and that's something like advice I pass down to my players all the time.
Look at the comment.
Yo, Dev, chill, bro.
We're gonna get a media tour now. I got a couple of places we can go on a media tour.
We going. This is the thing, man. For me, in all honesty, this was by far the hardest decision I've ever made in my career. If there's one, I've played all over the place. If there's one thing that meant more dear to me, it was the Puerto Rico national team. Bigger than college, bigger than anything, was the Puerto Rican national. 9 years consistently. There's no team I've ever been on that long. And on top of that, I'm representing my roots. You know, I get to represent my family. Like, they get no bigger than that. I'm a kid from Queens. I'm a kid from Queens, New York. That I grew up on my mom's side. I didn't grow up on my Puerto Rico side. So for me to find my roots through basketball, because let's be real, if it wasn't for basketball, you know, it wouldn't be the same. The love wouldn't be the same. People probably wouldn't even know who Ramón Clemente was.
Yeah.
But the fact that I took the opportunity of basketball to show me my culture and the people that I love dearly, you know, that just changed everything for me. So this was like a hard decision. This was definitely a hard decision.
So you just said you're from Queens. Now, a lot of people have this against the grandsons or this, you know, not born in Puerto Rico playing for the national team. You had to fight against all those critics, 100%. And you proved them wrong. What do you have to say now, 9 years after?
The thing is, the only way to do it wasn't by talking, it was by showing. So when I'm out there battling 6'9", 7-footers every night at my size, playing center sometimes, most of the time for the national team, we go small ball. And I'm out there banging with the best of them. NBA guys, top level Euro guys, top level guys all over the world. And I've always held my own. There was never a situation where it was like, yo, I got this little dude, and guys are just walking me down to the basket. That was never an option, and that's why I've consistently been on the team. But there's one thing I've always carried myself through was having heart and attitude. And after my first year, I spoke to Carlos Arroyo on this, because, you know, at first when I came to the national team, I really didn't understand. I just think national team opportunity. Yeah. But I know once we played the tournament in Puerto Rico, when I seen the reaction from the people, it was bigger than that, because the national team is not for money. It's not to get bigger contracts or anything like that. That's not the point of the national team.
But it helps. It helps.
It helps for sure, but that's never the intentions. Remember before I retired from the national team, it was a situation or whatever. Yeah. And then we had the hurricane.
I thought this was going to be that same thing.
I only came back for the people of Puerto Rico. It wasn't about a coach. It wasn't about a player. It wasn't about anything. The reason I came back on the national team is because of the hurricane, is because of the people of Puerto Rico. I wanted to give back people something to look forward to. When your house is destroyed in situations like that, you can turn the TV on and be happy about something. So I figured I'd go out there and I'll work my tail off for the people of Puerto Rico. And a little before that, for sure, I knew it was about the people, but definitely in that moment, that's when I really, really understood what playing for Puerto Rico was for. And still to this day, I wear Puerto Rico on my chest. Anywhere I go in the world, people know. And I hope that the energy that I rubbed off for the younger guys, that they bring that same attitude to the game. Because I'm a 6'6" dude, barely 6'6". And it's not about being the meanest. I just went out there and just went hard and let other guys know this is not going to be no cakewalk. And I'm sure every team that we've played is going to remember Puerto Rico just from that attitude. Forget Ramon. I just want them to remember Puerto Rico.
You 6'6" with Barea shoes or 6'6" with your collection shoes?
Nah,
so,
man.
You don't have to answer. They don't have to answer. So I'm reading people, estoy leyendo aquí a las personas, they're very grateful for you. Devon still wants you to do the media tour, so the farewell tour. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm a very big fan of the national team.
Yeah.
And when I saw the first time I saw Devin Collier, I was part owner of the Caciques of Humacao way when he was drafted, or when he started to play with Humacao. And I saw his play time, and I saw your play time. And when I saw you guys play the first time with Paco Olmos, I actually thought you guys were going to be a good combination, because we had just lost our big center, which was Daniel Santiago.
Yeah.
So you guys stepped up. Then he had the injury, but you guys stepped up and played like a 7-footer, being 6'6". But especially, I love the way Devin does the play, the back to the court, to the hoop. But I love the way you defend, and I love the way you like to do you go back to the rebound, and that's something we have never had. That type of Dennis Rodman mentality. I don't care about scoring. I just care about going and get the rebounds, getting those defensive plays, getting those stops. And as a national team, that's the most important part, getting the stops. Mm-hmm. So I know I'm gonna be a little bit I'm gonna put you on the spot. But right now you're gonna be a fan like us.
Yeah.
Who do you think will step up?
Well, you have Parker, you have Devin, you got Derek Reese. We still got young guys that's coming up. Hopefully we can get the big guy Tyler. You still have guys coming up. Like I said, I've been around these guys at the same time. Guys know they have to step it up. You know, I knew when Dan Santiago left, the shoes I had to fill. When I first got there, I didn't play my first year, but I was being groomed into it to see what it's like, to thinking I'm ready. But when I get there, it's like, all right, not yet. Let me see how this works. So hopefully those guys that I mentioned, that's definitely the next guys. And you still have guys too that didn't get their opportunity, their shots yet.
Yeah.
There's still some young guys that's on their way, you know? So for me, one of the hardest things to do, I couldn't imagine, is being in the stands watching the game. So that's going to be very different. That's going to be very
But you have
different.
to. You have to, because that
being with a medallion with all the Puerto Ricans enjoying it. So definitely count me in. I spoke to Carlos Arroyo this morning. I spoke to Yon Ramos this morning, and I told those guys, just because I'm not on the national team no more, I keep a good relationship with players. If you need me to recruit, talk to anyone, anything you need from me, I'm at the disposal of Puerto Rico.
So so you can help recruit some.
Yeah, I'm trying to get Carmelo Anthony, man. No, I'm playing. But
I know you got a lot of people that might be that can actually play for Puerto Rico. I know, and I know that you can actually help. I know a lot of people are against bringing more people that are not raised from Puerto Rico, but at this time we really need as much as help we want to get to the Olympics, which is the main goal.
There's a thing with that. Me speaking to Carlos Arroyo, I'm gonna put it out there. You know, I don't like to put behind the scene business out there. I'm gonna put it out there. Me and Carlos, we butted heads at one time, right?
Okay.
Los, if you listen to this, I'm sure he's not gonna be mad at me talking about this. Me and Los butted heads at one point, and me and Los, we didn't talk for a while, and we had a conversation like men. And when he explained it to me, what Los explained to me was what Puerto Rico was about. And me as a vet, when we spoke, I'm a vet now. And I apologized to him. And I told him, like, yo, Los, that's my fault for talking to you the way I did. Because I couldn't imagine these young guys on the national team now speaking to me the way I did to you. So, you know, I gave him my apologies. And he told me, like, don't worry about it. What I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to restore the feeling of Puerto Rico, of what it's supposed to be, you know? Yeah. Carlos is very strict on bringing the pride of Puerto Rico to Puerto Rico. Yeah. And only being about Puerto Rico, that's it. Not about this and that's it. Not about the back of the jersey. So with Carlos explaining that to me, I saw it in the view that he's like, now that you're older, you understand where I'm coming from. And I 100% understand where he's coming from. So my thing is with all those things, with me going out there, going hard for rebounds and all these things, the thing is, and I hope the guys are listening as well, there's 12 players. They picked 12 Puerto Ricans in the world to represent the nation. You know what I mean? So just because I have to go out there, set screens, rebound, and do all these things and let's say I get 0 points, that's my job.
Yep.
JJ's job is to come down, get buckets, distribute the ball. You know, Clavel's job is to hit open jump shots. Devin's job is to go in the paint, get buckets. Everyone has a certain, we all can't go out there and get points. And that's the thing that brings a national team together. So if my job is that I embrace the role of coming off the bench, I look forward to coming off the bench. Because I know when I come off the bench, I'm going to bring that energy off the bench. And that's my role. So hopefully the guys, when it's their turn, like when they get that shot, don't think, yo, I got to get my contract, I got to get my, nah, do your job because it's going to work. I literally, Dan Santiago told me when I didn't play, Ramón, in the layup line, I know you're not playing like that. People are looking at you at how athletic you are. So when you're on the layup line, jump as high as you could and do every dunk you can possibly do. Someone's going to sign you.
Yep. We saw that one in New York.
In Argentina, I made my most money playing in Argentina just off of in the layup line, just dunking crate. They seen how athletic I am.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just little things like that. So when vets tell you things like that, you pass that knowledge down to people. And for me, as far as me not being around like vets, like Larry and those guys were around, I can still communicate with these guys. That's the best thing of social media and texting and all these things. But I can still communicate with these guys. And if I'm around, I can be around and still give these guys my 2 cents on how they should move in the program.
Because you already have that knowledge. You already have the experience. And that's what we need. That's what we need. We really need those people. And I know a lot of people say, yeah, I'm going to be here. Yeah. But at the end of the day, they're not. They're not. Yeah. And I know you're going to be there because I know you're a fan. You're a big fan. And talking about fans, you have one of the most biggest fans within the BSN players right now. You're still playing for Quebradillas. You're going to be playing for the whole year, right?
Yeah.
From day one.
Day one.
But this year, there's a lot of new things going around. There's the Carolina team, which is a very competitive team.
I'm
fan
so
base.
Happy Carolina's back.
But fan base Carolina is something else. But we're having this new NBA team called Cangrejeros de Santurce, which is going to be bringing retired NBA players, and they got money. Because you know that the BSN, that's one of the issues, that they don't pay. You know it. You've been through it. Mm-hmm. But Carolina, not Carolina, I think Santurce won't have that issue because of their human touch, which is something important when you're on the BSN. Yeah. They're going to be paying. I know that. But how do you feel of this new team, this new season, the BSN season, how competitive it'll be?
I think they brought the BSN back. I love it. It's not a situation where, because one of the scariest things were the new teams aren't going to be good enough because they're going to have a bunch of new guys and stuff. This is perfect for the league. It's not just the Arecibo, Cavs, Ponce, and
Bayamon.
No offense to the other teams.
No.
You know, San Juan and Maya, those guys are playing amazing, especially in the bubble. But things like this, it makes it, as a competitor, I love it. I hope they sign whoever they can sign, bring all the NBA players. For me, as a competitor, I want to go against them all. Stuff like that, you got to love, you know? And it brings the attention to the league. It brings the love back.
Everybody was talking about BSN yesterday, even Bleacher Report. Yeah. They talked about BSN. I know it wasn't because Barea, but still, it's still BSN, which makes it a little bit more, getting a little bit more of a revenue because you're putting people's eyes in the league and having Bad Bunny on it. It's actually also going to bring more people in. Yeah. So, be honest. Did you get the pants for Santurce? They're hot.
Did I get the what?
The pants.
Yo.
I did.
So crazy.
I did.
I'm not gonna say which player, but we saw the jersey this morning. We was on the phone, and I'm saying this thing. This is me and Alex Franklin. Me and Alex Franklin was on the phone this morning, and I'm like, yo, did you see the Santurce jersey? He's like, yeah. Like, yo, low key, I gotta give me a 21 Clemente jersey. I think the Santurce jersey is fire.
It has everything because it has the map. It has the Santurce, the original. the original Santurce logo, so the wording. So it's basically going from from old to new, and it's really off the hook. I don't wear jerseys that much, but I had to get the pants. I got the pants. I got them yesterday. I really hope they come in on time.
I didn't see the pants.
Basically it's the same thing. It has the map. It just doesn't have the number. That's the only thing.
It just sucks because I play for Cavs and I'm in the BSN. Like, I think what I might do, I'm gonna do a jersey swap with JJ.
Alex Franklin's there.
Yo, Frank, my bad, bro. I'm gonna do a jersey swap with JJ, so it's fair.
Okay, there you go. That's a good one. That's a very intelligent one.
But it's cool. It's cool though, because in Cape Verde's we're working on something. We're about to design our own jersey. We coming for y'all, Santurce. So it's cool.
A uniform?
Yeah, we got a design. We got a design coming out. We saw that.
As a player, do you guys do inputs?
Oh, I got called yesterday to design the jersey.
Oh no!
Yeah, so it's on.
See, they got the pressure.
They
got pressure.
That's all. The Santurce jersey, that looks like a NBA official throwback jersey. That's fire. They really took their time out.
I gotta give it to Noah, and I think his name is Noel. The GM. I really forgot if it's not his first name. I'm sorry. It just spilled out of my mind. But Noah, who's basically the part owner, one of the biggest owners of the team, he's the one who ran Bad Bunny's career. So, he's going to be bringing in a lot of stuff. But Quebradilla has a good talent. They got veteran players with you and Bimbo Carmona, which there's a lot of rumors I know he's staying in Quebradilla, but there's a lot of rumors of Carolina trying to get him because...
Bimbo's my boy. I love Bimbo. I want to play by Bimbo's side. And I never said this or anything like... And for anybody listening to this, don't take this as me as a BSN player or anything. Take this as me as a fan. I want to see Bimbo in Carolina. We need Bimbo and Kevs. I want Bimbo by my side. But just traditionally, I know what Carolina means to them. Like, if I was in the NBA and I had a chance to play in New York, I would love to play in New York and represent where I'm from. But maybe not this year. But what I do want to see Bimbo, I just would love to see Bimbo in a Carolina jersey again because I know how much it means to him. Right now, no, we need Bimbo. Like, forget all that. I want Bimbo on my side. I'd rather him be with me.
I know how to read between the lines. Don't worry. No. Ramon, I have one more question for you. You mentioned, and this is something a little bit more personal. You mentioned 3 years, which, who knows? Maybe it's a little bit more depending on how you feel.
Yeah.
But as a basketball player, you have a due date. That. Once you start playing professionally, you have a due date.
Yeah.
So what are the plans for a player when the due date comes? What are your plans besides moving to Puerto Rico?
So right now, I'm really investing in myself in a few business ventures that I'm on right now. This is one thing I would say, and this is the whole point of me learning Spanish. I want to get into the Latin America media market.
Okay.
So that's one of my transitions that I want to do. As far as everything else is as far as business. Like I said, the pandemic really changed my life, like mentally and stuff like that, for the fact that it just showed me that I can live without basketball. I thought I couldn't live without basketball. And that gave me a feeling like we're talking like, I'm on year 16, 4 years college, 12 years pro, about to go into my 13th pro season. So 15 years of constantly being on the road, constantly waking up to a schedule, basketball. And I had a whole year without basketball to actually do other things. And one of the scariest things as a basketball player is to retire and figure out the next thing. So instead of me sitting back and being sad and trying to figure out like, oh, what's the next move and hoping and praying somebody to give me opportunity, I started to move and make opportunities for myself. So if I had to retire today, I'm not scared. I'm not scared of it, but I still love the game. The reason why I'm giving myself 3 years at max, because I could retire before, who knows?
Yeah.
As long as I still love the game and I enjoy it and I'm having fun, I'm going to continue to do it. And I promise myself that. If it feels like work, I'm done. I promise you I'm done. If it feels like work, I'm done. Nothing to do with the national team, because the national team is always fun. That's totally separate from it. But whenever this game feels like I'm just going out there just to get a check, I'm done with it. And I stand on that.
When you say media, you want to be a reporter, you want to be in the sidelines, you want to be what?
I want to be in a mix of everything, honestly. I want to be in a mix of everything.
You got the charisma for it, man.
but it's all about me learning Spanish. I feel like the Latin market is a whole nother market.
I got a couple of teachers that can help.
We'll talk about that too. Appreciate it, man. That's an inside joke.
Ramon,
Like,
thank you very much for being with us. I really appreciate it.
Bro.
Always saying yes for us. I have a somebody just sent us a question. Ramon, feeling good on health. This is from Luis Lopez Jam. OEM. Are you feeling good on health?
My health?
Yeah.
I feel amazing. The thing about it is, you know, I'm getting older as time goes. My body still feels great. But I just told Carlos this today. I spoke to Carlos Arroyo today, and he was explaining certain things to me. And I said, Los, I just want to let you know, I keep up with your career. Till this day, what I'll do is I'll Google Carlos Arroyo. I'll put his age at my age right now. Mm-hmm. Where was Carlos playing at this time? How was he playing? How efficient was he? Okay, cool. I see this. At 35, Carlos was playing this. Okay, he was still killing. Stuff like that still gives me hope.
Yeah.
All right, cool. I can still... You don't have to think, oh, I'm getting old. Nah, this dude at this age was still being effective with the game. So when I see stuff like that, things like that, it keeps me going. It pushes me forward. You know, I just try to keep up with guys that played at their top levels on certain ways. So
yeah,
as far as health, I'm good. I know at this age right now, I have to eat right, I have to take care of my body. There's no more just eat McDonald's and walk into the gym.
No more, not a lot of mofongos. You gotta cut in the mofongos a little.
That's scary. When I come to Puerto Rico, man, unfortunately, I gotta have the rice and beans. It's gonna be very hard, but you know,
Puerto Rico loves you, man. I grew up watching you. Says here, Moncho, also the same as you, Moncho. So we got a lot of people in and giving you a lot of support. I know this is a big decision for you, but blessings, my man, blessings. Thank you very much for being with us here in Top Deportes and for always saying yes, because I remember you did a media takeover one day. That's how we actually met. Yeah. And you know, I really wish you the best on this new career and on this new tournament on the BSN for 2021, which I know it's gonna be off the chain. I really do know it's gonna be amazing.
Just like I told you and Carlos, man, like just because I'm not on the national team, if you need me for anything, you always know you got my number. You can always hit me up. I'm always here, man. This is just the beginning. Especially for me and you, we're gonna link up and do things after this. So
Air Moncho, Captain Air Moncho, it's taking flight for the last time took flight for the last time for Puerto Rico national team, but we still can enjoy him in the BSN and it's gonna be good for the whole country and for everybody in the league. Moncho, I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Bro. Take care.
Thanks, no problemo. Bueno, mi gente, ahí lo tuvieron a Ramón Clemente. Vamos entonces a estar subiendo esta entrevista en unos minutitos a través de YouTube. Vamos a ver si le podemos hacer lo que son los subtítulos para que ustedes lo puedan entender. Y así lo quise hacer en inglés porque pues es su lenguaje principal y es un poco más fácil para él. Pero muchas gracias a todos ustedes por estar con nosotros en el día de hoy aquí en Top Deportes. Que oye, seguimos haciendo lo que muchas personas no hacen, haciendo las entrevistas. Hoy es en play-in de la NBA que comienza y ahí vamos a estar nosotros, vamos a estar cubriendo todos los juegos del play-in, que yo me tengo que ir ahora porque en 10 minutos tengo entrevista con los Dallas Mavericks. Así que muchas gracias a todos ustedes, gracias por seguirnos. No olviden suscribirse a través de nuestro canal de YouTube, darle like, suscribirse. Oye, ese es el único apoyo que nosotros queremos de ustedes, de verdad, que nos den ese apoyo, que nos den like, que nos den subscribe y también allá en Facebook, que es donde mayormente subimos nuestro contenido, pero vamos también a empezar a subirlo aquí a través de Instagram, que sabemos que es una comunidad bastante grande. Bendiciones a todos.